Hey everyone, hey everyone, AG here. I think I said that a little bit too fast. Oh well. Why am I still eating this biscuit when it's just making my throat hurt? So as you can see, there's still a bit for us to do. We still have to get all of the honeycombs, still have 3 more jiggies, and well over 20 notes. And there's no possible way they could all be inside this maze, could it? So this maze, it doesn't really have a timer. Instead, it's all about how long your boots last. So you can take as long as you want in this, but in reality, you are forced to kind of hustle due to the speed. So after getting here, you see this note switch, you start getting a little anxious. Then you see that, and you're like, oh no. And then you see how long you have on the timer. So yeah. The timer is deceptively short. You do have enough time, you just need to be a little bit cautious. And we're done. That's rude. Waiting for the exact moment for us to be done with that to actually hit us. More Wade boots in case you're for your way out, because now wait. I'm routinely cautious that there's stuff inside of Mumbo's eyes. So he wants 10. Let's see what's up here. Oh, it's the... It appears to be the missing honeycomb piece. So let us actually transform and show off what this actually does. Wait, Mumbo need new boots. Only kidding. I think I'm starting to give him a Transylvanian accent, and I don't know why. So, you can actually attack in this form, in which you basically just like start attacking. The first thing you actually want to do is you want to go inside of the big crocodile, because like, oh, now I have enough space. But I actually wanted to grab the things from the previous episode first. Mainly this stuff down here, because I probably would forget about it. Yeah, so I was really thinking about it between episodes, and I've come to the conclusion that the worlds in Banjo-Kazooie are deceptively short, and the worlds in the sequel, oh my gosh, stop, are deceptively long. We'll get to that when I eventually do Banjo and Tooie, probably after this one's over. But yeah, when you start playing Banjo and Tooie, you start realizing that the worlds are actually a lot bigger than you originally thought. Ow. Okay. So how much do I have left? Yeah, one Jiggy, and oh, look, there's 3. So the other nostril must be the other 3. Found all 100 notes. Yay! So now comes something actually kind of interesting. I'm Mr. Vile, greediest croc of all. Play my game to win a prize. Press A to accept, or B to chicken out. Game is simple. Eat more red yumblies than me. Press X to eat the red yumblies. So, you might be wondering, why I have slight trepidation when it comes to this particular minigame. Believe it or not, I've actually lost on this first minigame several times in my childhood. Because I would be like playing and then completely forget I'm supposed to press X. Or the eat button. I won. Grr. You win only easy game. I'll play harder game. Eat reds, avoid yellow. They not right. They're also snakes. Not sure if you noticed, Mr. Vile, but those are snakes. Right. Somehow got to that first. Yeah, so you may have noticed by now the pair of shoes up at the top, and if that I won by 1 point. Yeah. Bah, lucky greenie wins again. Must play last game, only eat what is shown at the top of the screen. You ready? So yeah, if we're in the middle of eating a red one and it switches to yellow, it will actually just mess us up. Oof. Oh, they're all at the top. Caught up. I won by 1 point again. Mr. Vile never lost before. Greenie can have prize. So, the reason why the shoes are up at the top is in case you actually come back here, you can actually come back here later on to the game when you actually get that power up, and you can actually have an easier time grabbing all of them. But the problem is, if you were to actually play that game, if you were to actually play the game with the shoes, you would oftentimes just run into the enemies. Mr. Val now has tougher challenge. If Greenie not scared, you must win next 3 games to win 3 extra lives. But each time Greenie loses, Mr. Val chomps you for 1 life. Mr. Vile is baddest croc of all. Look everyone, Greenie is scurrying off. Nah, it's because I don't want to actually do that challenge. It's mostly because I've already actually done the achievement. 1 second. Yeah. I've already effectively done the achievement that entails. So, I do not need to worry about it. Okay. 1 second as we double check. Everything. Except for one thing. Which is annoying. Oh. I messed up. I'm gonna have to actually come back into the level afterwards. You might be wondering why. Because I don't want to actually change out of the croc right now. I like being a crocodile. It's kind of cute. But yeah, much like the previous level, you have to actually leave with the croc for something. And it involves this pipe over here that I mentioned before. Like, you can go in with the boots. Oh, actually gonna have to come back here later. Monsters chase you, they're a hounding, then you'll get a grunty pounding. So, over here is the puzzle for the next world. And I'll do that next time, but this is the important reason that we're here. We actually need to go into that cave. Meaning we actually have to come back here with Banjo-Kazooie regular with the wading boots, hit that, run back in, do Crocodile. It's why most speedrunners, like when they go in, they grab the boots, run out, do that, and then leave. But funny thing is, that is technically a it's actually kind of a hidden thing. Like, you go in, you see the puzzle, and you go, oh, that's what that is. And again, we've always seen that world. It's the ice world that I thought was level 6. It's actually level 5. Sorry, world 5. Mumbo Magic get weak? Yeah, I want that to happen. Magic run out. Jerk. Okay. I believe there are an additional pair of boots up on top of the entrance. But yeah, so let's break this. And then we see that the entrance is too small for it, so we have to actually come back with the crocodile, which is something I probably should have written in my notes. Well, on the bright side, it at least shows us, like, what is back there. Might as well start the next episode from that room. If only I could take the boots off while still, and still be in, mode. So, funny thing about this, Banjo-Kazooie as a game, I've mentioned this before, but originally, in the N64 version, if you were to leave the world, everything resets. The only thing that doesn't reset is, Jiggy, because, is Jiggies and empty honeycombs. Because those are important for progression, and they wouldn't want you to get multiple. He's just opening his mouth again. And I completely forgot about this when I was actually in this room. Believe it or not, there was actually something hidden in this room that I missed. And it's actually just barely out of sight. There it is. There we go. Super slowed. Now they've all vacated the premises because they've lost their trinket. You can basically use Tip Top's head to get in there better. But ironically, it means that we also have to. Yeah, by the way, when I mentioned earlier the 30 the 30 things you have to get. The only like feasible way to do that is if you actually have those running shoes. Whoops. I might actually run out of time now. Again, I can't actually hear the clock. Hey, Mumbo, I'm back. Change me. Oops. Wait. You had a Mumbo token just sitting back there. You. It's a good thing I actually came back. Also, we completely missed it. Like, that would have been egg on my face. Like, getting to the final world and realizing, oh, I'm missing one. Okay, now us as Crocodile. Can go in and see what that secret is. And the next level, and the next world open up, next time open up the, fifth world. Walking, I might as well. Yep. I was just double checking to see if that is in fact the fifth world, or we have to go back to long of tooth and strong of arm. Grunchy's got the lasting charm. So what is in here? A magical flap book. Cheeto the spell book you have found. Magic cheats I have for you. Hey, Bookburn, what did you say? Better not give my spells away. Which lost book? Finders bearing bird are spell they get. We sure do, bag lady. Come on, book boy, give us a spell. Only one spell Cheeto can tell. Enter the code Blue Eggs on Sandcastle floor in Treasure Trove Cove world. Hope you will. Hidden in lair. Other spellbooks are. Give. You should find. Ow. I think I got a little bit too close. Well, there's still some time. We might as well show that off. So first off, we have to actually go back to Treasure Trove Cove. I might actually end the episode in Treasure Trove Cove and instead show off what we can do with the new note door. Let's take a slight shortcut. Magic run out. Okay. So first off, we can actually fall down there. Simple. But since but we should probably grab the show what's in the new note door first so we can fall back down easier. No. We're already here. Yeah. 5 in Gruntilda's lair. Actually tensed up a little bit, thinking it was gonna hit me. Whoops. Wasn't on the ground yet. So I can't actually walk across using the wading boots, but I might as well wait for that since the world isn't open yet. But what I can do... Oh yeah, the beehives with the actual bees in them. That's the one I was talking about where it's... like, you need to be a little bit careful when getting honey from those. And here it is, World 6, the desert. Then I have a path to go down, but then, strangely enough, we have this incredibly thin path to walk down. If you think I'm rather soft, I'll be waiting in the loft. You can tell this is made by British people. Oh no, it's another small hole, but I can't get over here with Crocodile, which means I probably have to come back here with a with a different power up. No, 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 no! Get up there! Dang it! Lost a life. What's wrong, Banjo? Is it tough? Let me know when you've had enough. It's first time dying, and it's from poor platforming skills. I will say that is my fault, but it's also partially the fault of the game. No, it's not even the fault of the game, it's the fault of my poor Xbox 360, which is slowly dying. And here we have kind of a creepy section. It's the entrance of the 8th world? No? 7th? I always get the numbers mixed up a little bit. Another small entrance we can't go in through. Spoilers, it's the ability, it's the transformation that you get in the 7th world. Come and fight me, I'm the master. That's basically it. Finally, we're gonna go to, Treasure Trove Cove. And show off that. What might say it's kind of reckless to use this ability on thin platforms. I say it's not too thin. Let's use this warp. The bouncing up and down is always funny. Okay. So the cheat was blue eggs with no space. There we go. Oh, we have to lower the water again, right? As I mentioned earlier, the world, you have to keep remembering that the world resets, and I missed. Probably should have hugged the wall. That's my fault. It's not even the game's fault. Leaky patched up. Boop. Okay, let's see. B L U E E G G S. 200 eggs are now yours. Now 200 is maximum 2. That lousy cheat for extra eggs won't help. Well, this was a particularly longer episode because I kind of messed up, but we did get to explore a little bit more, show off a bit more. We now have all the way up to World 7 planned out. So, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.